Michael Wilson.
What is up, guys? We are a minute late, but it is all good.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh shit, I think I just kicked Jim off. I did. I totally kicked him off. I do that all the time. Dang it. Son of a gun. I went to exit solo out and it's right underneath the freaking exit from stream and I do it all the time. Now he's probably freaking out. Probably calling me every name in his book. But so anyway, tonight once Jim jumps back on here, we are going to do a tutorial on some styrene work. And Jim is going to be front and center if he forgives me from kicking him off. But heck yeah. Heck yeah. Peyton's RC's in the house. Wild Man 83, Kenny Bell, Reg Johnson. Heck yeah. You guys are awesome. Puff Puff Path. There he is. Now he's gonna yell at me. You watch. He's gonna yell at me.
Now why would I yell at you? Hell yeah. That's like perfect for us, eh?
Yeah, right?
That's about standard for us. So what's going on, everybody?
Now I messed up the feed. Now we're getting a bunch of freaking echo.
Uh-oh. Well, let me try my settings here and see what we can do about that. So what's going on,
Andrew?
Let me try and say hi to everybody here. So who we got? We got Reg Johnson, William Joseph Ellis B.
Heck yeah.
Who else we got here? We got
JD,
William Joseph, Andy Ritchie, Roger Long, Hood Whiz. What's up, buddy? JD's, how you doing?
Heck yeah.
Owen Rogers, Michael Wilson, Wildman.
Steven,
hey, what's going on, Corey?
Heck yeah.
Peyton, how you doing, buddy? Reg Johnson, Kenny Bell, how you doing?
28 people already, Jim.
M-Dub, Texoma, what's going on, man? How you doing? I've been meaning to try and get a hold of you on Facebook. Josh.
Yeah.
Matt Harris, how's it going, man? Good to see you here. Trying to catch up with everybody. Stephen G, Jays RC, Low and Small, Ryan Mellon, Fox RC, Scott Ashdown. How you all doing? Glad you came. Thank you so much for your interest in this. Gonna try and do styrene.
29 people, and I didn't even do a reminder today.
30 watching and 11 likes.
Heck yeah, 30. Nice.
All right, well, we're gonna do styrene tonight. So
Jim, front and center. And let's see if I can do this without kicking him off. There we go.
And I walk away. All right, so first thing you need is styrene. I've been buying the Evergreen. You can get it at like Hobby Lobby or your local hobby shop. This was $3.99. You get 5 pieces of 1/8-inch tubing here. There's that camera. Yeah, it's kind of flexible. You heat it up a little bit, you can get it to hold that shape. Like when I was doing this cage, to get these bends that you see the curves in there, what I did was I took and I taped this to my bong and then ran a lighter under it, and it heated up, but it didn't get too hot because of the cold water and held that shape.
Heck yeah.
Little stoner trivia there.
Wild Man's like, what models are those in the background? That is going to take all night to go through all those models.
There's like 30 of them up there.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're doing tonight. That's a different one. So back on track here. Oh, the next thing you would need, there's different glues you can use that people recommend. People use, let's see, Ambroid Pro Weld. It's good bonding. 10X7R, it's a weak bond, but it dries quickly. So that'd be like a tack weld. Micro weld and Testers liquid plastic cement. That's what different recommendations and different people use. I buy this, it's about $9. MEK, may eventually kill. This is some nasty, nasty solvent. It will mess you up. I have a fan going right now, right there, blowing out the window. And I mix my MEK with pieces of styrene. I get pieces from leftover chopping stuff up or whatever. You can just start with some, here. I get some 080. It's kind of thick. It's 0.008. And I'll chop that up and throw it in. Put it in a jar with that MEK, and you can kind of see it slosh here. And it makes what they call a slurry. It's like a paste. And I use a wooden toothpick, a big one, like the kind you get in a big hamburger. And that is what I use to dab it on as I go. So then other things you might need, tweezers. There's a little blunt and then real sharp. Pencil. You need a pencil for marking, or a fine point Sharpie, and actually a little fatter Sharpie. I also use these micro files. There's a round one, flat one. This is flat on one side and then rounded on the other. These are my three main ones that I use. Then this one is a square, and this one is a triangle. Those are useful as well. Let's see. Oh, good razor knife. And I use just your standard number 11 blade. You know, I buy these by like the hundreds. Big old pack of them. Just keep them right there. Always have a good sharp blade.
Heck yeah.
Little pair of pliers also. It's helpful. And a scale. I like to use a stainless steel scale. It's got your millimeters on one side, inch on the other. Or you can use digital calipers, such as these. There's the on button. There it is. You can switch that between millimeter and inch. I use a steel scale myself for most of the stuff, unless you need to get in there. But anyways, so I'm going to switch this camera so I can show you what's in front of me, and we'll get going here. Ta-da. All right, let's pivot that down a little more. All right, here we go. So we're going to build a cage for the Gladiator to hold the tent over the cab. So you can see I've got a plate on here already in this little foot on here, just to kind of get things moving. But you can see here, I'm building a few of them. So I've got them in stages. This one's basically done. Only thing it needs is, you can see on this version, you can see the bracing, the diagonal trussing. That'll get done on here. And what you want, you do that, you're going to want to run to points. So you would go from here down to this point. You wouldn't want to run to the middle of a tube in real life, because it would be a weak spot. So you would go to a brace point, and then to a brace point, and then to a brace point. But we'll get into that more toward the end. So we're doing putting the 10 on. I taped it onto here so that it was in place where you screw into it on the actual rails back here. That way I could get my measurements, outer and inner measurements. So I know where I'm at, and I write that down. So the next thing you need to know is right on your Gladiator, there it is, right here. See that little dimple? There's one on either side, and there's the other one. Yeah, you can see that clear as day now. Yeah. Well, I got looking at those and I thought, wow, I could mount a light there. Or I could mount a cage there.
Yeah.
So
JD's, it wasn't a problem, man.
I go ahead and I made up these little feet that you mount on there. Just punch the hole through the body, put the screw up in there. See if you can see that better. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyways, so these, what I did was I just took some styrene pieces and I made 4 chunks, and then I glued a chunk on the back side and then a chunk on the front side. This one just happened to be reversed because that's the way it ended up. Anyways, I chopped these into, where is that?
Jim wants your blue Gladiator body.
What's that?
I mean, Jaggy wants your blue Gladiator body.
I've got 2.
I know.
So anyway, I chop them down, and this is what you get here. Just 3 pieces, and I used my slurry, glued them together, and now it's all one. It's one giant piece, and it's not giant. But anyway, then I carve that down from there. Oops. And I did that a little bit with a razor blade and a lot with those files. And I just bevel off my edges. I'm a welder fabricator by trade, so you just get in the habit of when you make cuts on metal, you just always file your edges because you'll cut yourself. So that's what I did here. And that's what these pieces are. And I rounded it to hit that shape of the hood there on the edge. And set up to stay right in line with this right here, this piece. Because this is what you're coming off of. You're coming up off of it. So you want this all in line. So when I looked at it originally, I'm just looking at it, and you can look right down the line of it, and you can see by your eyeball about where you need to be. And so that's what I did. I lined these up, put the hole, made this to fit about there. It's all just, measuring and testing and checking. I made a couple pieces that weren't exactly right before I hit exactly what I needed there. And then this plate, I knew where I was going. You kind of have to have an idea of where you're going. And I knew this was the idea. I was going to come up off here, and then you're going to have a main bar all the way back. And I wanted to continue with this angle. So I followed it up. And I kind of came to this by just guesswork, just holding pieces up there and looking at it as I had my tent in place. So I kind of put it up there and just looked and figured, where do I want that? And so that comes right in line with the top edge of that, is right on about with that. That's how it ends up. You can see there.
They want you to get your channel going so they can have a Jim night and a Jason's night.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I've got a few more things to get squared away. Me and Jason were talking earlier. So you've got your layout of what you want to do. So then you need to start taking measurements and figuring out just where you're going. And so I measured like that.
They need more gym content.
And then I measure. You just kind of got to piece it together as you take your measurements and get where you're going. You can see this is a little long here because I don't always, if I know my measurement, I still overshoot it. Like this is long down here and this is long back here.
That's what she said?
Because I knew this was going to be an innuendo late at night. So when bending this kind of stuff, you want to leave yourself some on either end of play, because when you bend it, you can see I put black here and here, and I left white in the middle because the white was where the bend was supposed to be exactly. But the bend ended up more over here. That's because we're not using a pipe bender, we're using a torch and plastic. And to be honest, I'm not that great at this yet. I mean, I have an idea what I'm doing, and I'm using my skills from metalworking, but yeah, you can see I melted that a little. Well, we can fix all of these imperfections. Like if you look right here, you'll see that I added some slurry right there, because when I melted bent this and melted it, and I ruined it kind of, but you can just throw a little slurry in there and fill in your gaps or your mistakes. And then you take a file and sand that out, and it'll be beautiful. So that's why you leave yourself a little play on either end, so that when you miss your bend mark, you've got a couple millimeters to spare. All right, that's what she said. Now you wonder why I've got the black. Maybe not. Our friend Shane Moore, who we desperately want to get on here because you think I know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything. Shane Moore is the guy that you've been seeing making those styrene tube chassis and putting that model body on it and painting it all beautiful. And yeah, styrene king there. All right, so he said you take your Sharpie and you put it on your tube here where you're going to heat it. And when you do, it's nice and shiny. And when you hit it with the torch, suddenly it'll go from shiny to matte. And that's the instant you best remove the heat, because that's ready to go. At that, when it goes from shiny to matte, that's the heat. That's your heat indicator. And sometimes you'll miss it. You'll bend it too much or melt too much. But you'll get the hang of it. I will eventually. So that was a tip from Shane Moore. And
pass.
What's that?
Puff, puff, pass.
All right, I can do that. Man, I wish I could like fast switch the camera, but it's like a big pain in the butt. So you just got to listen. You don't get to actually see.
Peyton says you keep saying slurry, it makes him want a milkshake.
Hell yeah, Peyton. That sounds good. All right, so you measure out where, like I measured from here to here, and figure out where your terminus is. What I did is I held up a piece and I looked at where I wanted to go. And then you just go ahead and get your measurements, and you're going to do that. And okay, now I'm going to go to there. Now you can go like this, and you get another measurement. And you write these down as you go when you piece yourself together.
Will follow around. Wants to know, why not use styrene rod?
You could use rod. It's heavier, thicker. It'll work just fine. There's no reason you couldn't. I'm using the tube because it's light, I guess, and seems to be easier to work with for me. I tried the rod, and I don't know. I just didn't. I guess it'd be preference, man. There's no reason you couldn't that I know of. I mean, let me make a disclaimer. I am no expert or master at this. I started messing around with styrene, I don't know, 8 or 10 months ago, and I've been using what I know and my skills from other fields and transferring them to this. And, it seems to be serving me well enough. I mean, I am no expert. So I figure out where I'm going. You can see this is overly long. And like, if you look here, I coped this so that it fits right over and blends right in real nice. And the reason is this is not going to glue to this. The black will not melt with the styrene. It just kind of sits on top. Don't even really stick. So you want to cope it and make it fit nice and clean. And when you paint this black, which is what I plan to do to match this, or whatever color you want to do, but then it'll all blend in real nice, and this will look like it's been welded, bonded in there, but it won't be. It'll just be sitting on top. But this will all be glued together as one piece, and you have the screws here and here, as you can see on the other side, right here and here. That's how I hold those in. And then in the front, you have a screw holding that. So you'll have 3 screws per side holding that.
Maybe not an expert, but you have the balls to put it out there, and you have many people watching it.
Well, cool. I hope you learned something. And if not, I hope I make you laugh. So
I think we always do that.
Yeah. Well, at least let's have some fun. That's all I'm doing when I'm doing this stuff. I'm just, I had an idea. I was like, man, we were talking when these came out. We were like, man, it'd be cool if you could like put the tent over the cab and move that weight forward. So this was what came to my mind. And I told a friend, and then I told 2 friends, and suddenly I've got like 13 people that I'm making these for. So we have a production line of them. So this was a perfect time to show y'all what I was doing. So, moving right along, what I was going to do.
Double A J is here.
Cool. How you doing, Double A? So, what I did is I actually wrote my measurements down
Jeff
for
is
like
too.
this first tube. And it's going to fit like so. So what I did is I wrote each of these stages of it down, here and then out to here. And that way I can take a pencil and mark it out on this. When you want to cut this stuff, what I do is I just take my blade, I got my mark, you start at the tip and you just roll it away. And you get a pretty clean, even cut. You roll it away because you can press down and roll it as you press, and it will just cut cleanly. If you pull towards yourself, well, you tend to lose more control pulling this way than pushing that way. I don't know. That's what I've discovered. Anyways, that works for me. So here's my mark. And where's my Sharpie?
Right where you left it.
What's that? Yeah.
Right where you left it.
And what I do is using that mark, I go ahead and put Sharpie on either side of that mark. That way, at least I know where my mark was. If I just colored this all in, well, then my bend needs to be somewhere between here and there. If I give myself that mark, just track right around it. See, and then I can give a little more color out here just so I can actually see when it does change. Not that it helps. I usually mess up anyway. But we're going to try this and see if I can show you that where it goes from shiny. You can see the shine on there right there, that shine through the black. So we're going to fire up our torch. When you do, don't point it at your nice body and ruin everything. I'm going to bring her in here and roll it, and there it went. So you're just going to pull her in, and it's starting to get this, starting to go. And what I do is I lay her right down in here on the body. I'm going to pull my shape right off the body. And just hold it there for a little bit, and it's going to cool right off and harden. And yeah, there we go. And that's how you do that. And so then you're going to have to chop the bottom off here at an angle so that this will sit just like that. And then you can see this is going to line up right on that, just like we did on this side.
Just popped in.
What's that? Who?
Always under construction just popped in.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? That would be Ben. Man, it's tough trying to remember all these names. So here we are. We're back. We're with this, and that's how we got that. So that was this piece. And then it'd be the same deal for this piece. It's going to come like this. And I have my measurements for that, and I went ahead and bent it. And so since we already have these ready, and that was the point, I'm going to show you how I go from here. So you can kind of, I do a lot of eyeballing, honestly. I mean, you can see right here, I've got, well, I guess you can't, not if I don't show you. This piece right here is just a piece of that 080 styrene that I put on top of the roof and laid it in and taped it, and then lay this across. That holds that. But what I need to do first is I need to kind of figure where I'm going to cut that. And I know, because I've already done it, that I cut right on that from this point, straight, flat. And then I may or may not have to take a little more off as we go when I put the piece here and tape it all into place and see where we're at. So where's my knife? My knife is right here. And so
Crawl Daddy is in the house.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so that it's like at that angle, so that the flat here matches this tube in the same parallel plane. And I can't really let you, I don't know, you can't really see it. I'm not moving the camera, but there, it's that simple. You just take a little nip. And so I need to take a little, whoop. Yeah, you can see I didn't take enough. And you're just going to keep working it, and little by little, always take just a little bit more. Don't ever get too frustrated and be like, hack. You'll come up short. And that's what she said. So, can we see that that pretty much is in line with the other one now? There you go, yeah. We're a little high, I think, but we'll know that. And yeah, a little high. Looking for a piece of styrene. So I keep a little bucket of scraps. You never know what you might need to cut this or that. Or a spacer, such as this.
Raw Expeditions checking in from the bar.
Oh, awesome. Glad to have anybody from anywhere. Hell, I'm just
awesome.
Surprised anybody's even listening. So he's going to kind of position that where you want
That's
it.
not saying much for the bar if he's chiming in from the bar, you know.
Yeah, well, you know. So I can see that I need to literally take off the proverbial cunt hair here. I mean, it's that tight, but it's just a little bit. I don't know. You know, if you were doing production work, you'd have this all figured out and it would just go nice and smooth. You'd know exactly where to cut and everything. But it's all kind of one-off, so it's going to be test fitting until you get there. I don't know. I watch a lot of those car shows too. You know, like Ken Diggett Design and Joe Martin down in Texas, and you know, Jesse James, and all them guys. And if you watch when they're building it from scratch, it's a lot of test fit. And you'll see I'm a little high right here. It's lifted above. I can't press that down.
Well, that's not really anything new, Jim. You're always a little high.
Absolutely correct, man. It's the best way to start the day. The best part of waking up is marijuana in your bowl.
Yeah, screw that whole Folgers thing. You gotta have some Mary Jane instead.
So there, I nipped off just a little more, and you can see I hold it tight here, and now we have a tight fit on that spacer. And that was an arbitrary pick when I set it up. I figured that'd be a good height, 0.080. So there we go, and that's what I got, and everything lines up nicely. It's just a matter of just picking at it until you make your pieces symmetrical. And I promise you, they're not going to be perfect. I don't know, maybe some of you out there are way better than this, and yours will be perfect. Mine are not going to be perfect. Let's just say that. There it is. I use either masking tape like this or painter's tape, something that's going to be easy to take off, but you can put in there and it'll hold it temporarily. Now you can see I got her locked in. This is sitting nicely where I want it. Just making sure everything's lined up. And I just do it by the eye. I mean, your eye is going to tell you the truth anyway. I mean, you can take all the measurements you want, and I've done it. I mean, lots of fabricating. And, your measurements tell you one thing, and you're standing back there, and everybody's looking at it going, that ain't right. That ain't right. So trust your eye when you're doing this stuff. You see, this one's pretty true all the way in line. So it's just a matter of this one now getting pulled. You can see it's a little flared out there, but once we glue this, it's all going to pull in nice. So time for some slurry. Always have good ventilation. What I did here is I've got a fan right there in the window. And you can see I've got open screen over there. And what that's doing is it's tight on this side, so it's pulling out there and pushing in there, and it's creating a circular wind motion that carries everything from me straight to that fan and out, because you don't want to play with styrene. I mean MEK. MEK is nasty. I use this toothpick, and you'll pull it out and it'll have a big blob, and what I'll do is I'll wipe it here. I'll go ahead and show you, I guess.
Oh, Nick's in the house.
No shit. What's up, mofo?
That's funny.
So I'll pull it up.
I love that name.
I just wipe it there, and then I can just get a little bit at a time. And then I'm just going to run right down that seam with it. Go back and get a little more. Always kind of rush that. Always take your time. I'm kind of rushed right there, y'all saw, but not too bad. And you can lay that right in there nice and clean. Oh, a little more. You can smear it. It lays right in. Hope I didn't do that off camera. Oops. Did I?
I was typing in the chat. Take your time, Jim.
No, I don't think I was out of camera. So there you go. That's how that is. And
Matt, you the man.
you can hold it a little tight. It'll set up pretty quickly.
Ooh, two FMRCs in the house. What is up?
Hey, what's going on, Dustin?
I think that's
Oh,
a
oh no,
first.
not two. I
That's
thought
Matt.
you said upper left. No,
Oh,
2FM. Matt, what's going
yeah.
on, Matt? So that's in
First
place.
time he's joined. That's awesome.
So we're gonna move up to the front here and just dab a little right there. All of this is mainly like a tack weld right now. You can see I did the other one. This one I did a little earlier, like a couple hours ago, and it's almost hardened up. The less you put on there, the better at this stage. Like, matter of fact, I even want to remove some of this because that's kind of a blob. And the less you use right now, the better, because it'll harden up relatively quickly. A couple hours. If you have a big blob like I left there, well, that would be a problem till tomorrow, or even really 2 days if you've got a lot, a pretty good buildup. This here I did earlier, just like I just did that. And you can see it's already pretty hard. I'm not getting any give. But like I said, this is all like a tack weld, just what you're doing at this point. You can see I got it here. I did the plate here and this tube there. Like I said, I did not put any here because it's not even going to bond to this black stuff. It's just not the right stuff. So moving on, I have, you got this piece, but we're not ready just to stick it in there. That's what she said. So I'm following this line. That was the whole idea here. So you can see this tube needs to be cut off, but it doesn't need to be just cut off there because you have a down tube. It's going to be coming through there to meet this line. So you're going to have to take off a bit more, a whole tube's width. So you're going to be cutting it back to here. What I do, take a couple tires, lean her right up. Now you can see what you're doing. And this you're going to have to trim as well to meet this. So if you line it up by eye, again, like I said, you can kind of see where you need to be. And now I use a sharp, nice fine pointed pencil so I can get an idea where I'm going. Oops. So you get that line, you can see where you're at. Now I always cut shy of that line. Take grip.
Uh,
There we go. Oop. Yeah. Got some glue on my hands. That's probably not the best stuff to have on your hands. What did I do with that? There it is. So we a little more. Probably need a sharper blade. Pretty close there now. All right. Now the fitment on this. Get this back out of the way so I can show you. So you're going to line up right on line with this, of course. And I just cut.
Grizzly works.
A little V
Dog
there.
blades cause injuries. He is
They sure
right.
do. You're absolutely right. And then I take my round file after I put that V in there. And you can just cope this right out. Now,
Shock set. A good shock set. I don't know. I'm running all of them, and there is one that tends not to bind like a lot of the others. Um, what brand was that, Jim?
what?
Brand of shocks that we recommend?
Well, I like the Mofo oil filled, but you know, people have different feelings on those. It's all about how you set up. Um, I
Wasn't
like
there
the
a set of
I like double barrels from Mofo. I like the double barrels from Endura. The Endura ones are real tight and they run real nice. The key
yeah,
I found with double. What's that?
I think that is it. There's the brand because you know how when you get them too cocked, like the stock length of shocks, they tend to bind, as
Yes.
all shocks. But there is a brand out there that we came up with that doesn't do it as much. I can't remember what that was.
Um, man, my mind's like totally not there right now.
I thought it was Endura.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with my double barrel Enduras. I've had them laid out, 45 degrees and not getting any binding. The way they're made, the inner, you have the shaft and then that second sleeve, and the tolerances seem pretty tight and they don't flop. The original kinetics get loose if they didn't start out loose. It's kind of hard for me to remember now.
Right.
Um, but
I just
yeah,
recently picked up a set of the Endura double barrels from Jeff the other night when I was up there, and I'm going to try them out on the community build. So we'll see how those go. I do actually have a set on Frankie, and they've seemed to work really well. Obviously, you got to mount them up straight. So, but yeah,
well, I've kind of got a hack on that, I mean, and it's not like it's my hack, it's just what I've gathered from other people. Um, the double barrels, okay, think about like athletes and how they use this taping on their skin to like keep the muscles in line while they're, performing. You know what I'm talking about?
yep,
That that athletic tape. Okay, well, if you take those small rubber bands and you hook over, your where your shock screws into the chassis, so that it's like a limiting strap on those double barrels. It's keeping those shocks under tension from both directions, just like that tape holds those muscles in line. And it keeps those three pieces in line. And I do that, and my double barrels perform flawlessly.
heck yeah.
Anyway, back to this. So I coped
Yep.
that. I showed you how I just put a V in, then I took my round file and I coped that. And you can see how this slides right over this real nice. And it's perfect. You can trim that up and make it how pretty how you like once you've got it lined up. And so I'm using the straight edge just to get myself in line here so that I can now look at this end and see where I need to line up and where I want to cut it off to match the other one. And so I'm looking at, I want to take off maybe a 16th off the end. I go back and make sure I kept my ruler in line, and I didn't. So we'll reset this. And you're going to go through that, stuff's going to come out of line while you're not paying attention to that end. And there you go. So yeah, that's about what I see. I need to take about a 16th off, and then I can look at doing the angular cut. And so there we go, and that one just went right off. Go back up here. I just kind of eyeball it where I need to start making what I'm going to do. We'll move this. And I just come in at an angle and just kind of, I whittle it. Basically, you can see I start opening that up. Just take it off at an angle. Somebody had something funny?
Yeah, most I forget what the initial comment was, but Mofo made a comment. I'm gonna be so disappointed if you don't. I sure hope these CVDs hold up to your all's perfection standards. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they will. Mofo's got nothing but good stuff over there.
So now I'm just checking alignment again. And I need to take off just a touch more. And just,
Oh shit.
what's that?
Stone Jam time again.
All right, I'm off for that. Ooh,
Kenny
well,
Bell's in the house.
there ain't much left here.
Oh,
I got to repack that.
slack in.
No, I just finished it. I was so busy. I didn't have time. So
We
how is
are
everybody
doing
tonight?
some styrene work tonight. Jim is building a cage to put on the Gladiator.
Move the tent.
Move the tent. Oh yeah, we're gonna put the tent that allows you to put the tent on top of the cab.
Got 50 people in here. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
The pressure's on.
You literally read Peyton's chat like word for word. Got 50 people in here.
So, oh,
Yeah, that's funny. Go ahead.
what's that?
Go ahead.
Goat head. All right, fish face.
Nah.
All right, so one thing I did skip over was these plates. And what I did was I knew what I wanted my dimensions. You know, I was going to come up and follow this line. And I knew I wanted it to come up the back of the cab, but I wanted a little lip over and then come up. And this is all just more or less stylistic design, really, how I wanted it laid out. It had to come along the tube here and then drop down, and because you're going to have a crossbar across here. So I had to have that drop to account for that crossbar. So that was how I came up with the layout of it. So you get your just rough measurements of that. You know, you're going to measure from the furthest point here to the furthest point here, and from top to bottom, and you get your rectangle. And then you're just going to have to work out, you know, this angle and, you know, around the cab. And that's what I did. Can we see that?
You're killing it, Jim.
Thank you.
That's from Koshner.
Hey, thank you, Brian. And so then I just trimmed it out. And I have my holes in here. I have my measurements. So they're 2 millimeters up from the bottom. They're 17 millimeters from this edge over to here. And then from this edge out to this one is 46. And that's on center of those holes. And so then those holes will match up with the original mounting point here for the tent. And so that's how I came up with that plate. And so now we're back to this upper. And yeah, there it is. So I've trimmed that out. That fits nicely there. And still a bit long. Why don't I, here's a thought. How about I match it off of this one?
Don't hurt yourself.
I know, man. Dangerous. Yeah, so I gotta take that much off. That's what my problem was. That was too long.
Is that really a problem?
I depends, I guess, how big she is. She's only 4.5 feet tall. That might be a problem. And like I said, it's just all a matter of your eye and taking a look and seeing it, whether you like what you see.
Sorry, Peyton.
Oh, damn it. I forgot. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Peyton.
I did too.
You just have to understand who you're dealing with. I am sorry, though. Anyway, back to where we were.
Ooh, nice. Brass four links, $39.99.
Where?
Mofo.
How come he's always doing sales after I bought my stuff? So, yeah, I got that lined up good, I think. I'm happy with it. So, now for the slurry. And yeah, Peyton, I forgot. So this slurry is made with MEK. It is dangerous. I think you are a responsible young man and you won't have any problem dealing with this. Make sure it's ventilated, of course. You heard me say it. But yeah, talk to your parents. Please have your parents there when you mess with this stuff. It is very dangerous. It can affect you far into your life. It is a caustic. It does damage to your nervous system. How's that? This stuff is not good, but it works great.
Yeah, Jim, I think you need to change your screen name to Mad Scientist
Yeah, why
because that's what you are.
am I?
And you're nailing it.
Well, I appreciate that, you guys. I appreciate y'all sitting here watching me. So there you go. That's in place. I just put a little here, here, and on that plate, and boom. And we let that sit. Might not be the worst idea to take a look down the line here and roll this over a little bit because just changing where this sits.
Professor Jimothy.
Oh my! I don't know about that. Anything with an Imothy. It's probably not a good thing, huh? That just sounds like the crazy guy. You know who that sounds like? That sounds like the mad scientist in an Austin Powers movie.
Ooh,
Does it not?
freaking Tegu just freaking came up with an awesome name, Rock Wolf Labs.
Ooh, thank you.
But yes, I agree, Jim.
Okay.
That name merits some nerdy looking glasses that you're gonna have to wear.
What do you mean that I'm gonna have to wear?
No, like the old school, like with the little piece of tape on the nose band and everything.
Come
No,
on,
like
man. These are pretty nerdy. I mean,
no, not
I
really.
just
Like
had to start wearing
you
glasses.
need the straight up, like completely perfectly circular ones, like Harry Potter glasses, those kind of glasses.
I actually used to have a set of those.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh, that's what's wrong. I pivoted the camera so you could see my face.
Oh, Mofo's like, Jim is so sexy.
Oh boy. I don't know what's the matter with you, mofo. There's got to be something very, very wrong with you. You and my wife. That's that's it.
There you go, the high scientists.
So yeah, you may have to sit here and hold this into position a little bit, or if you get wise, see, this is the high part, because you weren't thinking, but you can slap a little tape on here, pull it into place, and what I do is I over tension it, pull it in a little higher or a little tighter than you want it, because when you do release it, it'll spring back. And you're only going to be leaving that for a little bit because we are going to get into crossbars at this point. You're going to start laying in your crossbars. I know what my measurement's supposed to be because it's supposed to be that right there.
Oh
But
yeah.
I pulled it in tight, remember? So that's not going to
Koshner,
match up right at the moment. But
Koshner said Jim's the high styrene guy.
that might be accurate.
Hello,
Hey, as long as you're
everyone.
all
Just
having
heading
fun, man.
home from Cash Days. 24 scale LCG drops this week. That's
Now
from
this
V&B Speed.
what's that?
V&B Speed, his chassis dropping this week.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I took those measurements before. Actually, this would be a good moment for a break. Let me get a drink.
Oh yeah. There you go. There's a comment for you, Jim.
What's that? What's up, everyone? Crones and crawlers.
Do you even see that on the screen, Jim?
The sprue goo.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Carl. Man, we need to talk more because I am a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. I have all of the 3.5 books. I mean, do you know what? I mean, you may know what that means. I have like 120 books over there just for playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry, Jim. Nick let the dragon out of the bag.
Oh?
Yep.
Where? Where?
I don't know. That's what Koshner just said. So, Nick, I
Oh,
saw
man.
you let the dragon out of the bag.
Hell yeah. So we can actually say the word dragon now.
Yep.
I don't know how much that means. I mean, did he actually show it? Brian, did he actually show it or what up?
No. Maybe we should stop talking about it.
Well, Well, he said dragon. All we said was dragon. That's what he said was dragon. We haven't said anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crones and Crawlers. Yeah, I played old school, and actually, I've got a couple old books that I found and picked up. I played D&D, AD&D, AD&D Second Edition. Then I kind of dropped off. Then I came back for 3.5, and then I
Oh,
picked up Pathfinder. And
yeah. Nick apparently put up a gym. Or put up a gym. Put up a pic.
oh, okay, cool. So everybody's seen the picture then. Cool. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, me and Jason actually got to see that yesterday, and Nick swore us to secrecy and
Yeah.
this and that.
And
And
then he
then
left
bam, he let it out tonight. Well, that's cool because the
he left
pressure's
the
on.
freaking
That is
cat
a cool
dragging
ass
out
chase.
the bag.
And it's going to be in titanium, no less.
Oh, we don't know that for sure.
I do. He told me that's what it is.
Well, maybe we're not supposed to leak that out.
Oh, well, that's a little late now. Oh, come on. That's not a bad thing to tell people. Billy says, posted it to Facebook.
Yep.
Palladium Rifts. Yes, I did, Carl. Man, I
Yep.
even had my own game I created back in like through the mid 80s through the mid 90s that I worked on it, and then it got stolen. Yeah, it was cool, and it had elements of Rifts and D&D. It had a lot of Rifts has elements of everything in it. That's the whole point of Rifts. Anyway, all right, that's enough role playing, I think, man. I kind of went off on a tangent there, and that's cool though. I mean, we got to talk about D&D. I don't get to do that much. I've got a whole. All right, one little bit longer. One little bit longer. All right. How about that? Just a little. These are all the ones that I still have that I've painted. And then I got a whole bunch down here. All right. That's enough. Back to RC. Or at least styrene, huh?
There you go, Jim.
What's that?
Read the screen.
Yeah, William Joseph. Yeah, all right.
No, Matt. Way to go, Jim.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought we were talking about William Joseph. Is this about games or styrene?
Exactly.
Well, we kind of went off on styrene because it related to games because Carl Chaos makes miniatures out of styrene. So I got a little defense.
That's a good idea. Koshner says, send me some of those figurines for the course.
Well, yeah, but do you know what it took me to
Yeah, I know. Those? Exactly.
Do you know how much money I got invested in those? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I could loan you some for a while. Well, but you'd have to remove them when them guys come over and comp.
Oh, definitely.
And your cousin, and when your cousins come over.
Most definitely.
All right, and we're back. So we need to put in the bars here, and this cage is primarily done. So you can see I'm going to put a crossbar across here and across here. One thing I wanted to point out, the reason I made this like this is because I showed you where this little dimple, and I believe they put it in there just so you could punch a good place to punch through for either a light or in this case.
Heck yeah.
So this is where your screw is going to come up. And I needed a good place for it to purchase. And I built it up like this so that it puts my tube out here where it needs to be, and I can brace off of it, and everything looks good and cool. But what it also does is it allows me, I ran the screw hole through because my plan is I'm going to run a longer screw, and then where's my tweezers so I can get my big fat fingers out of the way so you can actually see this thing. But run a screw up into this light, and this is off of the deadbolt. These are just took off the top of the deadbolt, one of my cages that I've chopped up, and so I can mount a light there and there. And so that masks the whole point of having it here. Well, why did you do that? Why didn't you just put it here? Well, because it's designed to have that hole there, and I just think this ends up looking really cool. And you've got this crossbar coming in behind it, and it just makes this look, I don't know, pretty tough to me. I mean, you're going to have to clean this up to allow for this to come down, but you've got a real solid purchase for that screw, and it looks pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. So now, what are those tubes? Well, when I took my measurements off of that, and I came up with an inside of 66.36 millimeter. And I used my calipers for that.
Heck yeah.
And so,
all right, guys, just a heads up. Jeff over there at Reaction RC is going to have a Facebook live stream tomorrow of the comp that is going to be happening over there. So I will try to leave a link to it in the description of the live stream when this is done.
So 66.37, close enough. And then I can just set this up. I've got it locked on top. So now it's just set. And so I can just lock this in because I'm going to have 1, 2, I'm going to have one here.
Oh, not the comp? My bad, not the comp. But anyway, Jen, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Chat in some announcements you won't want to miss. Oh, so that's for probably the local people that are going on. But yeah, it'd be cool to see.
Awesome. All right, so on this one, you're going to need 7 of these braces. So it's not a bad idea to go ahead and set yourself up to be able to do multiples. And this is a good way to do it. You can take your digital, set it right where you want it, lock it down. Now you can just run that off of that. It's kind of difficult doing it like this for y'all to see. I don't do it like this normally. I would have it braced, but there you go. So you can just do it like that. Some people would cut one and then use it to make the next one. And that's, I would say, pretty much all right. Using it as a template. If you use the same one for everyone, if you skip, just use the next one for the next one, it will grow or shrink. You usually grow. And there you go. So that's your first one. So you could use this as a template, and you could go ahead and use it again and again and again, and that's fine. And like I said, tolerance is, close enough for this.
All right, Will Speed, you take it easy. Hopefully you don't have a hangover tomorrow.
Oh, man. Safe travels, man. Have a good one. And so you're just going to line this up. Oh, can we see? Yeah, we'll line that up right like that. And once I've got that in, I can go ahead and start releasing this tape so I can start opening this up. Because right now, it's not going to fit any of this. Even though we know that that's supposed to be the measurement, it's not fitting right now because I pulled all this in while it's setting. So I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to use my calipers to do each cut. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one just so I can show you what I'm doing. And I don't know, do y'all want me to continue on and do all of these, or do you want me to move on to a finished one and show you the few things I've done in between getting that there? It's all up to y'all. If you're getting bored.
I don't know. Does everybody pretty much get the gist on how to do the slurry and welding everything together? Because, yeah, I feel if they got the gist of all that, maybe just move on to some finishing work.
It's your show, man. You tell me what you want to do. So you see me fidgeting with this. That's why tweezers are always a good idea for this stuff. You can go ahead and set it right where you want it. Right where I want it is right above those and lined up right in line with the tube. So this one needs to move forward just a little bit.
Corey said it was up to you. Taigu says, yep. So, yeah, if you want to maybe just do that one bar and then move on to the finished product.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to bore everybody. And so I'm actually going to
I don't think that's happening.
take this, and I'm actually going to drip this right in here on top of that. And yeah, I already finished that and made it look all good and all that. But what I'm doing is that's going to reinforce that whole area, and it's going to reinforce this piece where the screw is going to be coming in anyway. And you can see this is all self-leveling. That's one of the things I really like about using this. You can put it in here. I bumped that back a little, so just tap it forward. But yeah, you put this stuff in here, and it just self-levels nice. And you know, you can reach in there and take a little out. And if it's already formed a skin, well, the great part is you just come back in with a little bit of fresh, because this stuff will form a skin pretty quick. Just drip that in there, and it's going to go in, it's going to melt that other stuff, it's going to self-level, and boom. It's pretty simple. Yeah. You know, you can work with it, and then you can come back in here once it's all hardened, give it a couple days to harden up nice, and then you can come back in here with these micro files. So if everybody's happy with that, I had already done this, which is exactly that. I put some down tubes here and here. Get back in the screen here. I put some down tubes here and here above the holes. So this lines up. It sits right above those screws, and it kind of will blend all of these tubing together. And see, I haven't gone back in yet, and that's why I call it like tack welding. I mean, this is solid. It's there. You know, I lined my 10 up where I wanted it, and then just poke a couple holes. Oh, one of the things I didn't mention when working with this stuff is a lot of people wonder, what is this? What's it called? It's called a pin vise. It's basically like the chuck on your drill, you know. It opens up. It's just like the chuck on a drill, but this works by hand power. It's all you. And this is a tiny, like 1 millimeter drill bit. And I only leave a tiny little bit sticking out. And I just broke one earlier because I let it get near the edge of my table here and it fell off. And of course, it hit the drill bit and snapped right off. So always set these back here or back in the drawer you keep it in. Keep it far away from the edge of your desk, or you are going to need a new drill bit. I promise you. And yeah, you just
look who's in the house.
Who's that?
Hell yeah. What's up?
I'm here for a styrene lesson. Let's do
Heck
it.
yeah.
Oh, hey, man.
What's going
What's
on,
going
dude?
on? Glad to see you here.
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
creeping in the stream in the background listening, but I got caught up playing games again.
Can you check the messages in Messenger that at the same time you're doing this?
I can try. I can still hear you, so I think I can.
Sweet.
So, the one last thing I wanted to do is so you're going to pick where you want to
Yes.
place a hole in your tube, and so, you got just go ahead and make a crosshair, okay, that's where I want that hole. And what I do is I take my very sharp razor blade and you place it right on that point. And you're just going to create a little divot here with that very sharp point.
Heck yeah.
And just work it around there. And you're not making, this isn't the hole. This is just a divot, because if you don't do this, it's going to be hard as hell to get this drill bit to stay in one place. Now, I mean, you can see it's kind of locked in there now. Well, I rolled that, but it's there. So now I can take and start turning it. And this is all you do. And boom, I just pop through that wall. And it's that simple. And then just keep it, when you pop through, just keep going, really. Because if you go monkeying around, you're going to get offline. And when you pop through, you literally go pretty much every time straight across. And you're going very slow, so it's not going to drill through. And you can feel it. I can feel it approaching my finger as I come through. And see, now you see the little divot sticking up. Can you see that? So it hasn't actually come through on me yet. So you're not gonna, it would be pretty hard. If you stab yourself, you were going at it pretty hard. And you can see that's pretty much dead center. Went straight through. And I mean, yes, you could get offline, but it, like I said, when you feel it pop through, just keep going. It more than likely went straight through where it needed to. And so that's how you do those holes. You just figure out where you want it, mark your line, mark that center, and you're gonna poke through. And then this stuff is super thin. It's 0.020. It goes through like paper. So, then the other thing. So we've gotten this far with it. You built your main structure. You have your cross braces in here. So then I went ahead and you've got your screw here. So I wanted a vertical here, and then I wanted a vertical where these come across. You always want to put your verticals where you've got tubes coming together, so they all brace off each other. Like I was saying before, when you do your girder structure, you're always looking to make triangles. So, and you don't want to just plop into the middle of a tube. I have this vertical coming down above here so that it lines up on this tube, where all these different things come together. So this crosses here, then back to here. So you're matching joints. And then on this one, I changed it up a bit. So it's going to come down, and I can actually get another cross brace to here. And then this is already triangulated. So where I had left myself, what would that be, a rhomboid? This becomes weak because it's not a triangle. The triangle is strong. All of these triangles are strong. Does it really matter in 24 scale? Well, only in the scale end of it does it really matter. I mean, is this a close enough triangle for you? That's up to you to decide. I'm going to try and make that work where I can have it come across and actually be triangulated and girdered out.
Okay, Jim, so what's the load rating for this roof rack?
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. What is that, a pound? I imagine when you get it all locked into this and everything, you'd be hard pressed to collapse it without I mean, you could, but you'd have to beat it hard. I bet it'll outlast the Lexon. I'll
Did you
bet
just,
that.
did you just
I'm
say you
on
got to
my
beat it
way.
hard, Jim?
What's that?
So did you just say you got to beat it hard, Jim?
No, I said you'd be hard. I said you'd be hard pressed.
Oh, gotcha.
I said you'd have to beat it hard. That's what I said.
Yeah.
You'd have to beat it hard.
So apparently Andrea is not Andrea, it's her husband.
It's my
Yeah.
wife.
I
Oh.
just looked over and saw that. Oops, I'm on my wife's. Yeah.
I was trying to say hi to everyone because everyone kept saying hi, so I put "What up, y'all?" and then I realized I'm logged into my wife's account on the iPad. So I'm Andrea, guys. That's me.
That is too funny. Oh shit.
But yeah, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. This one was the first styrene I ever did, and I curved all these tubes. Because it's an ugly chassis. Thank you,
No, it's
Nick.
not. It's beautiful.
I know.
Where can you pick up styrene? Any hobby shop or craft store?
Yeah, you can pick it up at Hobby Lobby. Pretty much any of your hobby stores should have it. This is Evergreen is pretty much the standard. I don't even know if I've ever seen any from anyone else.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's Evergreen.
Awesome.
I got 5 pieces of 1/8-inch tubing for $4. I don't know, how long is that?
Very long.
Let's see. This is a foot. I got to measure this off camera. So I got 14 inches here.
Whoa. Every man's dream.
Really? We just found out something about Jason.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like a field mouse. It's really sad.
Actually, but anyways, yeah. So you get 5 pieces at 14 inches. That's a bit of work for $4, I guess.
Raptor Man 386 asked if there's black or any other colors of styrene, or if it's always white.
I think it's
Actually, Jay's RC had some black stuff. He said was black styrene. So I had never seen it before, but that doesn't mean a damn thing. So yeah, I guess there is black out there. I have not seen it, and I don't know where to get it. But
nice. And Jaggy said that the tubes are better than the solid rods to work with.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know everything about this. I just started messing around with it like 10 months ago. This was the first chassis or cage I ever built with it. And
funny.
I had enough people telling me I should do a tutorial on it. And it's like, okay, well, I know a little bit, and I'll show you what I know. And I had a whole bunch of these I'm building for a whole bunch of people. Jason's getting one. You're getting one. Nick.
Yes, black sheets, but hard to find. Most everything else is white.
Thank you. Yeah, there we go.
Peyton hit us with a zinger in chat. The tubing is small, but I bet it has a great personality.
Oh, shit.
That is very tasteful and yet cunning. Very good, Peyton.
Get your mind out of the gutter, people.
Jaggy says he wants one of those racks you're building.
Oh.
We'll see you later, AA.
Well, you're going to have to wait a minute, man. I got 13 of these to build. I've got those 2 trays for you to do, or for you that I'm building for you, Jaggy. So you're going to have to wait a minute.
Later, AA. Saw you say hi earlier. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one, AA. We'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you learned something or at least got a good laugh. Any questions? Anybody want to know anything? Anything you want me to show you? Anything I
Oh,
missed?
double A's hanging. It's
Oh,
Tegu.
Tegu. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
all right.
tagging.
Well, Tegu, you have a good one, man. And thanks
Tegu's
for
Tegu.
stopping in. All the same to you, man.
Does CA glue work on any of that?
I have no idea, honestly. When I first started looking at doing this, there were several different options that I came across, and I liked the idea of the slurry because it's the same stuff. You're just taking styrene and melting it down in MEK. So I was like, well, that's what I'd really like to work with because I know it's going to bond up perfectly. I've had all kinds of problems with different glues over the years. I mean, super glue. Oh yeah, well, I've had super glue fail on all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah. And
finding a good glue.
I feel you get a better finish quality being able to sand the slurry better. Yeah.
That's the other thing about it. I mean, this is just like welding. I guess that's why I like it because this is literally like welding. I mean, with welding, you take electricity and you melt metal, you break those electron bonds, and you make that metal all one piece. And that's the same thing that's happening here. And you can see how this is all sanded out. I've smoothed all these welds down, and I guess that's why I like it. It just looks cool to me. So this is why I work with the slurry. There's different glues. I named off some. I will rename them if you missed it or if I said it too fast or you just didn't hear me. Ambroid, Ambroid, Pro Weld. It's a good bond, they say. Tenax, Tenax 7R. It's a weak bond, but it dries quick. I'm reading what I read about it and the notes I took. Micro Weld. That's just the name, and I've heard of it, and people use it. And then
Will the styrene snap when bent, or will it fold?
In this form, I imagine what it'll do is it'll crease and bend over. Once you heat it, it becomes pretty stiff, but it's strong, but it's stiff, and it will break if you were to take a one that's been heated and try and it will snap. But this stuff, I haven't done it because I don't want to waste a piece, honestly. And you can see you can make this start taking shape, just by working with it. And I've actually taken a piece and just kept working up and down and going back and forth, and you'll lay in a bend to it. It's a lot easier taking a little lighter to it. If you do a lighter, so you've got your flame, you actually want to pass right here in the blue, just above the metal. If you get up into the yellow, what you're going to do is you get the black all over the plastic.
Start getting soot all over it.
Yeah, if you've ever taken a lighter to plastic to heat it up, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So, but that's the trick, is when you light your lighter, down here at the bottom, that blue flame at the bottom, you can pass through that and it won't soot up, but it will take heat. So, or you can use one of these things and make mistakes like I am until you get it right. I mean, I know that because I've seen what Shane's doing, and that he's the one that he has the same one. It was funny. He pulled up his. He's like, I'll just use this. I'm like, man, I got that. So, and he uses the Sharpie, and he heats it up, and I've seen his stuff. You guys have probably seen his stuff, and it's beautiful. And so you can develop the skill. I mean, I'm a welder and I learned the same thing. You can read stuff. You learn to read metal. You can tell what it's going to do once you start knowing how to look at it. So this is the same thing, and I'll learn it. I'll figure it out. You know, it'll just take some time.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like I said, I'm no expert, and I know there's a lot of people. There's all kinds of different groups out there. So I probably don't know anything compared to most of their new guys. Honestly, I haven't really been on any of those groups. I know where they are, know what their names are, but I just don't have the time. I've got all these other groups and all these YouTube channels I'm trying to, and then I'm doing my builds and helping Jason and trying to get my channel and then trying to learn the 3D printing, the Fusion 360. I'm a busy guy. So I don't know, but it's all fun. It's all just having a good time, you know. And I've got some really cool ideas that I want to bring to everybody. Man, I'm so aching to show you guys some really cool things that we have planned, but they've got to wait. They're coming. Frankie Jr., oh man, I have shown a very select few people pictures of this what's going on with it, and they invariably say something like, "Man, you just blew my mind." So I just, oh man, and the whole video idea that we got coming for you guys, and
oh yeah,
it's a good time coming, and it's a lot of fun getting to think stuff up and bring it to you, come up with ideas. Hell yeah.
Hell
So it's
yeah.
my pleasure, and thank you for making it, watching.
Sidewinder wants to know what size tubing that the stuff you're using is.
This is the 1/8 inch. Comes in a 5-pack.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, there's a light right behind me. I shut that off.
The 3D scanner, a very nice one.
Oh, Raptor Man says he can scan the stuff you build and turn it into a 3D print file so that people can 3D print it.
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
That'd be really cool. I bet that was a pricey piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Probably a minimum of a couple thousand, minimum.
Whew.
So what do you think, Dustin?
Pretty dope. I want to get some styrene and mess with it. I want to tinker.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I mean, you know, this is going to be a learning curve. A lighter is a learning curve, but it's, you know, easier to it's slower, less heat. So you can, you know, work with a lighter easier. And like I said, you know, if you were to take say a jar or whatever and had water in it and bend around, you know, you find something that's got the right curve that you could then take a lighter and, you know, put the blue part of the flame right underneath, you know, and just run along there. And, you know, it'll take that shape nicely. What I do is just tape it on. What I did was just tape it on into place.
Yeah.
And then just take that lighter and, you know, I wouldn't do it on the jar of styrene. Obviously, this is flammable, but, you know,
right.
You can pick something that's got the right radius that, you know, you're not going to melt if you did bring a lighter near it.
Get a jar of tannerite and do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Then you'd be like the Wile E. Coyote, right?
Hell yeah. Nothing ever went wrong for him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It always worked out. I mean, he lived every time, you know. I kind of feel like that, man. I've been through a lot of craziness. Had a lot of shit happen to me and always ended up, well, I survived anyway, so Feel
For
a little
sure.
bit.
I like that you can use the styrene because it's pretty rigid. You could not only build scale stuff for your vehicles, but you could build scale accessories or even like scale buildings and stuff for courses. It doesn't just have to be for the truck. It's really an awesome universal material.
Oh yeah, this is the 080. Here, let me grab. See, I ordered this straight off Amazon. It came to me. I don't remember if I got 3 or 4, but you know, that's a pretty good sized piece. And this is the 080.
Oh, there you go.
So it's actually, yeah, 0.080. So like 0.125 is an 1/8 inch. So this is, what, 0.3, 0.03 less than an 1/8 inch. So it's not, it's a little smaller than an 1/8 inch. But, it's relatively stiff. And I mean, in the smaller pieces, as you cut down, you get into these smaller pieces. I mean, this is relatively rigid at this side, when you're down smaller. And then I have 020. So this would be like, it's, really thin. 020. Very, very flexible.
Hey, do you make corrugate sheets too?
Corrugated sheets, like corrugated metal, where it's got ripples in it.
Like a cardboard box.
Right, the inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, how the inside is rippled. Like, I don't know. If that they're saying they do make it.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Okay, Carl says they do. Yeah, I imagine Carl's got the whole scoop. See, he probably knows way more about this than I do.
Oh, wow.
I just thought it was something I know a little bit about, and I could show you something, get people started. I mean, I had no idea, and I just did what I did. I mean, like I say, I do know how to fabricate. And this does translate. I mean, in this world, this scale, this would be sheet, what we call in metal, and sheet is what 8? What was it? 1/8 inch? Yeah, I think 1/8 inch and thinner, and then everything over that was what goes up into plate. And so this 080 would be more like plate, and then you've got tube, you've got rod, you've got square tube, they've even got like I-beam. You can get styrene I-beam. You could make it too, I mean, you take this 080 and cut it into strips and build your own I-beams. I mean, they've got all kinds of craziness that you can do with this stuff. So you can build pretty much anything. I've seen entire 10th scale bodies made from this stuff that was like beautiful. I mean, very scale, looked like the real truck, right down to everything. And it was all styrene and just pieced and carved. I mean, you've seen my rudimentary, blocks that I did right here. I mean, that ain't, I pieced a couple of pieces of scrap together and carved it up. That's nothing. I'm not claiming to be anything.
Heck yeah.
But
dude, Koshner had a great idea. We need to all build a building for Jason's course and send it to him. Build it out of styrene.
Heck
okay,
yeah.
Costner says he used the beams and things in architecture school.
That would be awesome.
Thanks,
Jacob
Tyler.
liked your yeah. You seen that?
Yeah. Glad you liked it.
Yeah, that was sweet, dude.
I'll be right back.
It was a hell of a time trying to figure that stuff out.
So the deadbolt that I retired today is going to be living a very short retirement this time.
It's coming back out quick.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I love those photos you sent, by the way. That thing looks sick. Is it still like that?
Yeah.
You gonna show the stream, or are you waiting to premiere it for something else?
Well, I was gonna do a crawl vid with it next weekend.
Oh, well, hold off then.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's gonna be for next weekend, but I'm gonna have to film it like either tonight or tomorrow or sometime during the week because I'm going camping next weekend.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
We'll film 2 while you're out then.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm actually toying with. I gotta run it by the wife, but I'm actually toying with the idea of still doing a live stream next weekend.
That'd be
I'm
pretty
gonna
cool.
set it all up on my picnic table and shit, and like hang a shirt behind me so people can see the channel logo. I got it all planned out.
Nice. Matt
This
from
one right here.
2FMRC's taking off. Take it easy, Matt. Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for stopping in, Matt. I hope I entertained you at least. Have a good one.
Raptor
Oh,
wants to
well.
know what you're working on. Mofo's wondering why he never gets invited to this.
You have a standing
He's always
invite.
invited. Hey.
He's complaining in chat
Fine.
that he's not here.
Fine. Hold on.
Raptor, you must be talking about my room with the sound control stuff. Yeah, that's it's through the whole room, but it works great for filming videos.
We could all use a little bit of mofo.
Hell yeah.
That sounded kind of dirty.
I didn't even think of it. I don't know. I was still stuck on the thought that I thought he understood that he just had a standing invite. Like Dustin
damn.
has a standing invite. You want to jump on? Just hit us up.
I don't want a standing invite. I want a sitting invite. Standing's too much work.
Well, now you're just giving me a hard time.
Always, Jim. Someone's got to, because Jason's too nice.
Yeah, but that's the whole idea. We're just supposed to be nice guys.
All right, fine. Jerry Bell wants you to film something while you're out camping.
Yeah, I will try to. Trying to manage my 3 monsters though when we're camping is a task.
Yeah.
A task.
You need to get those little kid leashes and then tie all 3 of them to a tree with those.
That's so funny you say that because we actually got one for Toby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is against the law to tether them to a tree.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, they look down on that shit for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. You can do it to a dog.
They get tangled up.
You can do it to a dog, but heaven forbid you do it to a kid. Damn it.
Well, I mean, come on. If a dog is smart enough to be all right, then how come? I mean, if your kid ain't smart enough, maybe he doesn't need. No, yep. I'm just teasing. Maybe.
The deadbolt is going to be living a very short retirement.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing it back out? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. For some reason, I just am drawn to it. Like, yeah. I don't know.
I have to have a deadbolt. I got to. I just love deadbolt.
Yep.
I love my deadbolt.
Jason, are you still going to run the Scythe chassis backwards for the stretched out front end?
No.
Thanks for the reminder, Carl. You're not?
Nope. It is basically that Scythe, the interactive, or not the interactive, the community build. All it needs is diff gears,
overdrive,
and a lizard, and then it will be complete.
Yeah, we've got some great ideas coming in chat. Jerry Bell says tie the kids to the dog. That can't be illegal. Jaggy says you could tie them to each other, and that'll at least slow them down.
Yes, this is true.
Grizzlyworks RC says you can get baby gates to contain them. They're not tied to anything. They just can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Nick, go check your messenger.
No,
Carl
he has an awesome concept for the community build. It's beautiful. You've seen it, right?
Turtle shell. I like the turtle shell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. Y'all will be very happy when you see it.
Nick, everyone's saying you got to jump on.
Yep.
Oh,
Music is too loud to hear the dudes talking. What?
He's jamming out.
Jamming out.
Oh. Well, I thought he wanted to jump on.
Well, that's what I thought.
Fox
Now
says
you're
you
going to
should
go and disappoint the fans, Nick.
right? Fox says you should cut the turtle shell off the back of the deadbolt.
I know. I like the turtle shell, though, so I'm not going to.
What you need to do is get your favorite like soda or beer can or something and do that thing where they cut out the logo and slap it on top for a roof. That always looks cool. There's so many of those.
Yep. I should do that. Oh, no. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take the cage off of it and send it to Jay and have him do that canvas thing.
That petting thing where you pet it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Damn it.
Canvas would be cool.
Heck yeah. That was sweet.
Matt Harris says baby octagon gates.
Oh yes, we do have that. You know what I did? I actually my brother-in-law used to work for, right now he works for Rockford Construction, and he used to work for Skanska Construction. He's a construction engineer, but he has all these freaking humongous plastic construction fences. So I went and stole 2 of them. So I put them up in my driveway to correct kids in the driveway.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Everyone thinks you're doing construction. Realistically, you're just trying to keep out the destruction.
Corralling my monsters.
Yeah.
It's safety fencing.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing safer.
All right. I got to do it.
What do you got to do?
Yes. Solo yourself. I want to get a good view of this thing.
Hold on. Bonk. Not working. Why isn't it working? There we go.
God, that thing looks good. The black bumpers, the black grill.
Yeah.
So sick.
Heck yeah. I had to rob the servo out of it, though.
That's all right. Dude, the red Chevy bow tie just ties together with all the red accents and the red fog lights.
Yeah.
So good.
Like, works its way down.
I gotta get some taillights.
You've got taillights.
Oh, Nick, we love your videos too. Thanks, buddy.
JK says red headlight.
Nah, I like just the fog lights. God dang, Dustin.
What?
Did you fart?
I like it. That looks good.
That's what I'm saying, man. Been telling you since you built that thing, you got to put all black accessories on it. Now that you did, you love it.
Yep. But so I put a notification, a little heads up in the chats. This thing is going to be raffled off. Heck yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't win it either. I asked him.
It could be yours. Why can't you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Come on.
Oh, Grizzly Works is saying, do you still need axle gears for the...
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he does.
Well, Corey was going to send me a set along with a V2 ESC. That's going to be awesome. That I actually need for another build that he was going to give me for. Yeah, so I need diff gears front and rear. Corey was going to send me a set of those as well. And I think somebody else, I think Jaggy might have been sending me a set.
I have a
can't
set of
remember.
front overdrive gears I can send you with that brass stuff because I used them once and I didn't like them. If you want
Oh, really?
overdrives,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
that'll work.
Jay.
Yeah.
So Matt Harris said, red and black look sweet. Did you cut the Thornbirds?
No, I like the way they look, the way they are. And I'm actually pretty happy with the performance of them too. This truck is probably one of my better performing trucks. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave them. Yep.
Jaggy said you need some red hood pins, and I agree.
Oh, just
Those
for
look cool.
decorative purposes? Yeah.
Oh, Jim, I
Yeah,
like that thing. That's pretty cool.
That's a
Did you
good
sign
idea.
No,
Or
it's just the name of the truck.
Oh, Ghost. Dude, that's sick. I like that.
But I did the front. It's kind of hard to see on the camera because it's so bright. But yeah, that helped. There.
I gotta find a good spot to sign this thing.
I trimmed it out because
Yeah.
stock it comes straight down and then over.
Oh,
And
I just
then
figured it out.
when I got done with that, I'm like, man, that looks like a skull.
Hell yeah.
So I went and painted it white.
I dig
Heck
that.
yeah.
What?
I'm gonna get a decal made like this,
Mhm.
like the letters in that, but that just says my name. So I'll write it out, and then I'll get a decal printed in red and stick it on this truck when I give it away.
Yes. That'll be cool.
And it sits like this.
Oh, so a little nose heavy?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
but it sits really low,
Yeah. I like that. So you have good clearance too after cutting that out. Since it sits so low, you can get good clearance on the wheels.
Yep.
Yeah. And these are scramblers.
Dang, those are big tires
Yeah.
to have that good a clearance on. That's awesome.
Look at
Dang.
the flat.
Double A Day says you should also sign it underneath the body. Put your actual signature on it.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Heck yeah.
Crawler Baller likes it. Hey, Jacob, what's going on, man? You should join us.
Oh yeah.
Jay has a canvas cage.
Hoodwiz was asking, I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I sent you the link, Jacob. Guarantee you he's drinking wine.
Yeah, this is these are the actual. I'm sending a copy of these. It's the battery tray and the ESC, and then this is a shock riser. I'm sending a copy of that to Billy Jaggy for his.
Raptor Man, if you want to
Tinker
show your
time.
collection, post some photos to my Reddit. I'm going to do another live Reddit review soon. My new computer finally showed up, so it's going to work properly.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Crawler's packing to go to Tahoe tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Long day, gotta feel 100%.
Hell yeah. Anyone else in the chat too? If you got photos and stuff you want to show off of your rigs, go to my Reddit page, post some pictures and stuff for the next Reddit review. I'm thinking probably next weekend.
Is there a way you can post a link in the chats?
I should be able to. Hang on.
And this one has a windshield.
That it's like a legit windshield.
Yeah. You can see the reflection.
Haha.
That's pretty cool.
And a back window.
Oh, Jim, got a question for you.
Yeah,
So,
what's that?
Josh is gonna paint that body for you, right?
Yes.
What about the blue of Blue Devil? Is that a good blue?
What do y'all think? Is that a good blue?
I think that's nice. Because I talked to him today, and he has a lot of that blue.
I Let's see. That is Gladiator blue.
I don't know if that went through in the chat, but I tried to post the link. It's under Andrea Schultz.
I'm not seeing it. No, it didn't go through.
Okay. I'll
You know what?
I'll message it to you, and you can leave it in the description of this video if that works.
Awesome.
What is that blue? I mean, is it just something he mixed up or what?
Yeah.
Don't go telling me it's a Chevy blue now.
No,
They
it's not.
saying next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I forgot.
Can't be having no Chevy blue on my Ford. Yeah, that'll work, man. What we're doing is Jason showed that Endura body, that Ford Lexon body that Endura came out with, and Josh had painted it, what was it, orange and white, two-tone?
Yeah.
And it was just awesome, and I hated that body. There it is. I did. I seen it on their site in the yellow, and I was just like, man, that sucks. But I'll tell you what, that paint job changed my mind.
That's
Right
pretty
there.
dope. I like that.
Yeah, so I said, okay, but could he do one for me, but instead of orange, do blue? So he painted this body, so we're going to go with that blue. That color scheme, blue and white.
Nice.
With that blue.
Nice metallic flake to it. That's sick.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's got nice metal flake. It's kind of dirty but yeah, Jason sent this over because he's got that dirty devil, right?
Yep.
And then this is going to be blue devil. It's got bed on now, but that'll come off. Same exact cab as his dirty devil. So, and it was already painted blue. So
Jim, Fox wanted to know if that window in that Jeep body was a CD case that you cut out.
Actually, no, it was the packaging off of, I don't know, something, just some Lexon plastic. I keep all of the clear plastic that I get. Like a good one is like cinnamon roll boxes of big clear plastic. That's Lexon. And there's all kinds of different.
Or like all the boxes your SCX24s come in, the 2 panels of plastic for the windows.
Oh, yeah.
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 I can't find it.
Heck yeah, man.
Anyway, it was packaging,
so sad.
and it was a perfect flat piece, that was like on the face of a package of something that I had gotten, and it was perfect. And so I just was able to cut nice, clean strips that went in there perfectly for that.
Nice.
Because they don't need to be, they're flat. So luckily, the way Tinker Time does his bodies, I was able to get away with that. Now, when I get into something curved, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how to heat it, I guess. Maybe make some sort of a form even.
Yeah.
That I could heat, lay it on, and
any of your model kits that have an interior window in the kit, you could mold it around that and heat it up and get an actual curved window shape from another curved window.
Okay, there's an idea. Good.
This
good
could
idea.
be yours, guys. This could be yours.
Look at it go.
So sick. I really like that build. I might do a build just like that. Just
do it.
You might actually get Dustin to try and win it.
Yeah, Dustin, you need to enter. Heck yeah.
If I win it, I'm gonna do a giveaway with it.
Well, that's the way I feel about it. It's like I'm not really eligible for any of this stuff.
You got to set up all your foam courses and run it on all of them first.
Hell yeah. Dude, so cool. That giant play set in my backyard that I used like the stairs of it for my 10 scale crawlers.
Yep.
I finally got that entire thing tore down this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yep. Gonna work on building a legit course now. Awesome. Texoma RC is leaving. Take it easy, Texoma.
See you, man.
Have a good one, Josh. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you had a good time.
Carl Chaos wants to know how to enter to win.
That is still being figured out. We have to first figure out how to collect the fundage from all the people wanting to buy a so-called raffle ticket. And then I'm pretty sure there's an app out there that Corey told me about that I can just enter in names. And we are going to be using PayPal and Venmo to collect the payment for the raffle ticket, quote unquote. And then that gives me a name. So then I can turn and enter those names into the drawing for the raffle, and boom, done.
Hell yeah.
So, yep. We are going to probably be getting together. Me, Jaggy, Jim, and Kenny Bell are going to be getting together this week to filter out the logistics and details and stuff. And then probably not next weekend, but the weekend after, we'll announce it, and you guys can start buying the tickets or whatever. So,
yeah, once you guys
Owen
get that
Rogers.
set up, I'll post links to it too on my social medias and stuff as well. Hope you get it out there.
sweet.
Get people to enter.
Oh yeah.
Owen Rogers said, I so want that truck, looking amazing.
Yeah.
It could be yours, Owen.
Yep. Yeah, that's looking good. And by switching everything to the black, it actually makes that red tint pop out a little bit more in the paint.
Yeah, you have it a stark black to contrast to, so you can see it better.
Yep.
Finally getting that effect you wanted from the paint.
Yeah.
Because that's what he set off for originally, was to have this red cast.
Yeah, so I took I think it was a Tamiya, like candy red. It was really transparent, and I wanted to do the whole body in that. And it was just too transparent. So then I backed it with the black, and
then it was too black.
Yeah, so I should have put it like at least 2 or 3 more coats of that transparent red, candy red, before I painted it black. But I know, it still looks sweet. Yep. Pretty stinking sweet.
If you guys haven't already seen it and you're interested in finding out how well this Fury Tech stuff works on a Kyosho truck, posted the video today. Go check it out. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that coming up, but I wasn't able to get to see the video yet.
It's a long one, so you can fast forward through most of it.
It wasn't too long. It was good.
The first half of it is just me trying to figure out how it all goes together. So anyone who's looking to do the conversion, you can kind of follow along. It was there's no instructions, but it worked out.
I hate that whenever I exit the solo, it changes the layout and it pisses me off.
How we're all long. Yeah. I couldn't believe how well this battery fit, dude. Just like it just slides right in there. It's awesome.
What battery is it?
It's a Ergenix 900 milliamp hour 2-cell 30C discharge LiPo that I use for a lot of
I bought those, but my dad fried them both because but I bought 2 of the white 1000 milliamps. I really like them.
I got some Ergenix. I think I bought the ones I bought were for my WPL, but they're the LiPo.
Yep.
Nice. Do you fill out that stuff we were talking about earlier, Jason?
No.
Just gotta do it, dude.
Yeah, dude, I've been kind of recovering from the last 2 days of the week. I used to be able to easily, without even blinking an eye, I used to be able to put on 750, 800 miles a day when I was driving over the road. And not no more.
Here it is.
There you go. That's a big bad boy right there.
Oh, damn.
35C, 1600.
Hell yeah.
Let me grab a stock just to show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
That definitely will not fit in any of my trucks. Damn.
No doubt.
And this is 2S. This isn't even 3S.
Jesus. That's insane.
Yeah, it's huge. But what's cool about this Urgenics is this is their balance plug.
Yep.
And it's got this nice grip for it. If you have issues putting yours in there, this helps. It's kind of cool. But yeah, this is for the WPL.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyone in the chat got questions? Anything you guys want to see?
But I might have to make an adapter.
Oh.
That would be big. Yeah, you could definitely shift some weight percentage with one of these real quick.
Oh, 100%. It's got an 80-20 front weight bias. It goes uphill real well. It doesn't go downhill at all.
Goes back to 40-60 when you take the battery out, though.
Yeah.
It's as heavy before the battery. So, what's a stock battery weigh? How about 23.6 grams? This big bad boy weighs, boom, 80. 80.5.
Nice. Jaggy,
Like-
the Fury Tech stuff for the Kyosho build, the 4 parts that I needed and used were about $130. Or sorry, $230. But they so it went on pre-order when I saw it. I purchased it all as individual parts, and then like a week later, they posted it as a kit with everything you need for the Kyosho as one thing, and it was pretty significantly cheaper. So I think if you go to their website and just search under the Kyosho brand, it comes with all 4 of these things, and it was like maybe $160 or something. So,
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Owen Rogers says, I'm a local driver too, Jason, down here in Indiana. You guys probably crossed paths.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I go down to Lafayette a lot. I go down to Bloomington a lot, Indianapolis. I hate going down into Bloomington right now because the construction going down there is freaking retarded. Oh, I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But yeah, I finally figured out a way to put my stupid email address on my YouTube channel in the About page. So hit me up in my email, and maybe we can get connected via Messenger or Venmo, or not Venmo.
or Venmo.
Hey, you know, if you want to,
Yeah, that works.
buy him
Just send me
coffee
a bunch
or
of money,
something,
that works.
get him lunch, you know.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
Carl was asking
That's a joke.
Carl was asking if these trucks can be built into different styles of RCs like drift, drag, or lowrider. You can, but with the axials in particular, because they have worm gears, it's hard to get speed out of them. You have to swap the axles. Or Jake, you just said that. Yeah, if you go 2-wheel drive and swap the axles, you can get a lot of speed out of them or make them drifters.
Yep.
But that worm gear is still going to limit you. Like when you let off the throttle, you know, you don't still have that drive, so it's going to drag and dive.
Yep.
You know, whereas with a ring and pinion, you get a glide.
Go and check out CCXRC. Tony over there does a lot of work with Go Fast 24s. He does a lot of monster truck stuff, and he is actually using the RGT/Enduro axles in his monster truck builds because they are your standard ring and pinion differentials, and they work a lot better.
He also did that drag racer build that he had other people in the community doing.
Yeah, the gap in it build is what they're calling it. Yep.
So
William Joseph wants to know what our feelings on. I think there was more to the message, but it stopped. He might have sent it when he was trying to type it out. He's like,
Tiny
feelings on
Proline Axial 1-inch Hyrax
Oh, there you go.
wants to know. I like them. Where is it? Right here.
Yeah.
Now,
I
they have their uses. I have come to find that they work really great on foam, but when I took them on rocks, now depends on your rocks, I guess, but you know, I have Michigan field rocks, so they didn't do so hot.
yeah.
You know, maybe they'd do better at Moab. I don't know, you know, or some different types of rock. I'd say, like all the tires, they have their uses. Some are really good in some things and not so good in others. I really like this tire combination with these. These are the SSD 5-slot wheels. They've got the brass inner ring. It's a really good combination. It puts the weight down on them. They do really well, but they seem to slip on rock for me.
Yeah.
You know. Oh man, I was
Try
playing
them
with
out.
my shocks earlier. I'm like, why is this turning? It's because my drive shaft's off. I was changing my shock position. Didn't
Yeah,
realize
Jerry
my-
Bell, you take it easy, man.
Take it easy, Jerry.
Yeah, see you later, Jerry, man. Thanks for stopping in. Carl Chaos
yeah.
says he's got him on his Jeep. Oh, his Mustang.
Jaggy doesn't care for him much. I wasn't super impressed with him when I tried him. I actually gave him to my buddy after I tried him out. They were all right. I think it's all personal preference. For the little rocks I stack up and crawl on, they weren't that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I guess it depends on your terrain. That's why I have like 32 sets of tires. Because I like testing and seeing, well, what does this do and what does that do? And, you know, what I found is it has to do with the truck as well. And what is your wheelbase? You know, as you extend that wheelbase and the more distance you put between these wheels, the size of your tire makes a huge difference. You can't expect to have 50 millimeter tires on a Gladiator and be able to accomplish much as far as crawling. You know, trail trucking, that's, you know, now you're looking at a different set of circumstances. But particular to crawling, you're going to, you know, you got that wheelbase is going to make a difference in your what tire size you need.
Yeah.
Like the stock Dead Boulder Jeep C10, which are within 0.2 millimeter of each other, according to what I've read. You know, those 50 millimeter tires, those are all right. Those will work, and you can make them work. And there's lots of cool ones, and they, like the Rock Creepers, I believe, are actually like 48. But they work great.
Those are my go-to. I put them on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them, and they're great on stock wheelbase, and you could even use them a little bit bigger than that. But the size limits that how far they go before, you know, okay, now your belly's dragging and you're not getting any weight on them, and then you can't get any traction.
Yeah.
You know, and so then you got to look at upsizing. And yeah, some tires are way too big for, like, you know, you wouldn't want to put little guys on a stock wheelbase.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd damn near be touching.
So, Dustin, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you, and Jim, and whoever else wants to comment on it, what do you think if I took, you see how I weathered the grill and stuff in the bumper? How do you think instead of the orange, I used red and then did the same thing with the red backer on the Black Widow truck?
Yes.
No.
No? You like the all black look?
Jim says yes, I say no, so I think it's up to you ultimately. But I like the weathered look on that truck in particular. But
yeah,
man, I love how clean that Black Widow truck looks right now.
Yeah.
He does have a point. I was just thinking.
Well, I was thinking
now, I will
that
say
because
it wouldn't look bad, and if you want to, go for it. But
I was thinking it
I'm a huge
because
fan of the way it looks now.
it does have a little bit of a patina look in like some of the style lines, like right there.
I see where the red's coming through. Yeah.
along the bed rails a little bit, but and my bumper's falling off.
Well, let's take a vote with the chat. If me and Jim split the vote here,
Less is more. Blackout look. Okay. I lost my nuts.
Oh no!
All right. I'm digging the all black look. I'm good with that. Oh, I lost both of them. Damn it.
just falling apart. Every
Wait a
live
minute,
stream,
isn't that old news? You've been married a while.
Keep it.
Keep it murdered out.
Jay,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm all for black or not.
Uh-oh. What do you got? Hold on.
I don't know about the all black look. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm digging it.
That looks like a Black Ops military vehicle.
Yeah.
It's the Tinker Time Black Label.
Heck yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm losing my shit.
With my Cobra mount.
That thing looks awesome, man. Jim, how many trucks do you have now? You got to have at least like 10 or more.
I don't remember. I counted them one night and said it on here, but I don't remember now. I'm thinking I said something like 16 or 19.
Yeah. I was going to say, every time there's some sort of topic change, you have a truck that perfectly fits what we're talking about, and it's always different, which is great.
So between my dad's, mine, and including the community truck, I got 21.
Holy crap.
Hell yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
One thing I just remembered about this one. I showed you I got the stock receiver in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there's that side that has all the writing on the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the side I have turned toward the grill. And so if you look, there it is.
All the
it
words
ends up looking like a radiator.
It does look like a radiator.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
It just happened to be that. I mean, I didn't plan that. I stuck it in there the way it looked like this is the way it needs to be. And then when I got done, I'm looking, I'm like, hey, that looks like a radiator. Oh, that's the writing. Oh, that looks cool. So those happy, what did old Bob Ross say? Those happy mistakes.
Red windows and the black widow.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that will be hard to do because when I painted over the windows.
Carl Chaos says you should put a minigun on that one, Jim.
Yes.
Okay. Your wish is my command.
Hell yeah. Phaser 1X, happy little accidents. That's William Joseph. Oh, red windows. Yeah, on the black widow.
Yeah, this is a double barrel one too. This was the one. If y'all have ever remember the G.I. Joe characters, there was Rock and Roll, and he came with twin barrel mini guns, and this is one of them. And I actually chopped it down. And Jason has the other. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Who we got here? Hey, what's up, Corey, man?
Another day, man.
And that's a cheat code, ain't it?
No, this is radiator.
Yeah, this is a
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. If y'all have ever remember the G.I. Joe characters,
Corey's listening to the stream.
Yeah, he's got the stream back.
I was like, man, how did that happen? I said that a while ago. And,
everybody.
and I actually chopped it down. And Jason,
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
Gutless belly draggers in the house. How you doing, man?
My bad.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
How y'all doing?
Good, man.
Liking it.
I'm trying to install the back bumper back on Black Widow because my nuts fell off.
Yeah.
And I'm
Matt Harris
struggling.
says Hard Park Crawlers has 124 scale garages for sale.
Oh,
Gotta check
really?
those out.
Double a Day says, "Damn it, rock and roll keeps losing his miniguns."
What'd Matt say?
Did you guys see the Hard Park Crawlers has 124th garages for sale? What?
No shit.
I'm
You
pulling
can
it
just
up
buy a
right
garage?
now.
Oh man, I get paid next week and you tell me these things. That's all right. By the time I get my money, shit, you guys will all have them bought. 45 bucks. Oh man. Hard Park, huh? Hard Park Crawlers. Is that, what is that, Facebook, or is that where's that at?
Hardparkrc.com.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've got a couple different looks. They've got like subway tile, that checkered black and white tile, they look like styrene maybe, and then they also have ones for they have one for $125. It's a 1/10 scale garage, and it looks like a barn, which is pretty cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
See, I was gonna take and like get a piece of well, actually what I was thinking I was gonna do is just take some concrete and actually pour myself a little piece of concrete, and then I was gonna stain it with oil and shit like that, and maybe even put a crack in it, and just make it like a real garage.
Yeah, there you go, Jim.
That'd be nice.
Holy cow, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they've got the barn one for the 24 scale and for the 10 scale.
Oh wow. Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable in something like that. My garage has got to have some cracked up stained floors, cobwebs in the corner and shit.
Hell yeah.
You can see the pole barn inside of the pole barn walls. That's what we got out here in the country in Michigan. Pole barns, lots of pole barns.
Well, we are getting a lot of the barnuminiums up here too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're so popular here in Washington. It's crazy.
Dude. Yeah, we pretty much have came to the conclusion that we're going to be in this house until we can afford to build one of those damn things.
Yep.
Which used to be a whole lot cheaper proposition than it is nowadays. Holy cow.
Oh, I know. Dude, we just went out and bought 2 sheets of OSB. Two. Guess how much we paid?
$50.
77.
I was about to say 80 bucks. That's what I was about to say.
Holy crap.
Insane.
Well, and see, that tells you how much it's gone up since the last time I bought. Which isn't all that long ago, within less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Everything's ridiculous.
Carl, the last one I saw that you posted here was
and that's OSB. That's not even plywood, man. That's OSB, right?
Yeah.
Double
Oh,
A, they
God.
said that your mini garage, Jim, would also need some chalk outlines.
Yep.
Damn. I didn't kill nobody.
And Corey, who's the guy that has the smoking section of his garage?
Take it out or take it easy.
Oh, that's Hoodwiz.
Hoodwiz, yeah.
I said, yeah.
He's got a little stoner section of it in his garage.
Well, there's God damn it, I can't think of his name offhand. There's a guy here in Michigan that does custom glass work, and he makes like little tiny 10th and 24th scale bongs and pipes and shit. for RC, and he's connected up through Facebook group RC Cars and Stoners, and that's how I know him. But he's from here in Michigan, and he goes and hits all of the different Michigan comps and stuff, like up there in Frankenmuth and around the state.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of his name though right offhand, and I talk to him all the time. Well, on and off, I should say, really not all the time.
Oh, Carl, I'll check out your builds on.
Roger
probably
Long's
posted them on
taking
Reddit.
off. We'll see you later, Roger. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, Roger.
Hope you had a good time.
I'm missing my Speedo. Where'd they go?
What are you working on, Corey?
Grizzly works.
Finally putting this Furitech in here. I lost I got to find one of my ESCs. This is around here somewhere.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I never driven this thing.
I don't think I've seen that motor mount before. That's not the one I got.
What's the Furitech?
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's the Furitech.
I thought that's the one you do have.
No. Oh, well, no. I got the one with the little carbon fiber thing on it.
That's the same one.
This same one. Yep.
Oh,
I will hit you up, Kenny, or hit me up. Remind me, please.
How do you got it mounted on there? Because yours is all sideways. Mine goes up and down.
See it? See the carbon fiber?
Yeah, see, the motor's mounted right next to the carbon fiber piece on that side.
Right there.
Oh. How'd you get it to mount sideways like that?
What do you mean?
Sideways?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Look at.
His
Here's
is
what
the
I got.
right way.
Here's what I got.
Let me see what you got.
So mine, that's what the back looks like.
Oh, that is different.
Yeah.
No.
See, this is the one he's rocking.
This is like one.
Raptor Man was wondering how the micro compares to the original.
Ah, I see.
This is the one he's using, and it's for the mini Komodo.
Oh, is yours different from that?
Yeah.
His is different, yeah.
Yeah, Raptor Man wanted to know, how does the micro compare to the original?
Well, I thought it was the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that mount is for the full-size Komodo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It comes in this kit.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Raptor Man, I'm not sure how the micro Komodo compares to the original because I've got the micro Komodo in my hand. I haven't installed it yet, and I don't have the original. I used a Surpass back before the Komodo was a thing, so I'll let you know once I get this installed. It sounds like Corey will too.
Yeah, I got the original in
that was Raptor Man was asking about that. So
yeah.
We'll find out as soon as they know, Raptor Man.
User
J-O-U-Z. I got the original, and then I got the micro in the mass session. So I can just tell you this seems to have more power, but this one is real strong too, though. So I don't know. That's a hard one because it's two different.
So now Theory Tech actually has 3 or 4 motors for the 24s because they got the
brushed ones.
They got the big Komodo, the mini Komodo. They got what's that other one that Tony's using in the monster trucks? Godzilla. Yeah. Yep. And then Tony, I got a video on this coming out on next Saturday. The baby Goliath.
I'm waiting on that.
Yeah. I want to see how that performs.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love the fact that it bolts right up to the stock motor plate.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm excited to compare this mini Komodo to the Mofo Nano Beast.
I heard mixed reviews on that.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I heard a lot of
the
Mofo better, but I'm hearing
the Mofo one is actually smaller. If I can hold them up next to each other, it's a little shorter.
2 of the Mofos, and I did a giveaway on one, and I don't know what happened to the other one. I reinstalled it. It wouldn't work. So
Yeah, I'll be interested to
I'm gonna
see
get
how
another
it
one,
works
man.
because it's significantly longer.
I want to get another one. I want to get a surface.
That's what she said.
Damn it, Jim. I set you up.
See, now that's better. When I exit the solo layout, it puts everything even. Yeah, I like it. So now we just gotta always have 4 people on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Raptor said the Chameleon is the other Fury Tech one, I think.
Yes, the brush.
Oh,
The brush
okay.
one.
No, I got
I'm gonna have to try that one out.
Well, we'll see.
Heck yeah. So I got a new motor plate coming, or not motor plate, Bluetooth speaker coming for my bench. I can't wait to get it. That way I can jam out when I'm wrenching.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
A Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I was going to say, literally, all of my spare money goes to RC.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And even some of my not spare money.
Yeah, exactly.
If I could just find my ESC. I have no idea where it is.
Oh, Grizzlyworks says that he runs the Nano Beast, and once Fury Tech added the micro settings for the app running the Lizard, it made the Nano Beast run even smoother. So that's awesome.
Oh, heck yeah. So what version is that download? What version is that for the update?
Like 12.1 or something crazy.
They got a lot of them now.
Dude, when I did the video with the Jeep the other day, I went into the app and it was like, yeah, I just scrolled through all the updates. I'm like, holy crap. At least they're on top of it, though. That's good to have support for a product, especially at the premium price they charge. It's good to know that they're actually continuing with it, though.
Yeah.
I got a comment.
Yeah, that's a good freaking, sorry, Dustin.
Very good.
Carl, that's a good idea. When I do my comp night, I can sync my phone to the Bluetooth speaker and they'll be able to hear Jim a lot better.
Yeah.
Cool. I got a comment here on what Billy said. He said, I never even updated my Lizard. I plugged it in and it went and still going good. And you know what? Same here. I plugged in my Lizard to my Nano Beast, both my Nano and my Nano 2. I just went in, chose, that first version or, whatever it was and went, and I've never had an issue, not one.
Oh,
They just go. They run smooth. They don't cog. I've even played around a little bit with my curve, but I haven't picked a different version or picked a new version or any of that. I got lucky. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Corey, what body is that again? Right there in front?
This one?
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of that thing. That thing is looking pretty sweet.
Hanger.
Yeah, that's the man.
That's got the cheat code in it. Heck yeah.
Huh?
That's awesome.
Corey, how do you like those high racks? We had someone ask earlier about them, and you're running them. So
honestly, on our course, I don't. It doesn't grip that well on our course. That's what does really well on ours, the Patagonias.
Hell yeah, I love the Patagonias.
Let me take that back for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grizzlyworks said, I started a business to support my RC addiction. That's what I'm doing, man. That's why I'm starting Rockwolf. So I can afford
Man
my
says
hobby.
he's got a hell of a build for his Atlas 6x6 coming from Fury Tech, so that'll be cool.
Nice.
Fatty patties.
Yeah. I love the look of the Thornburg, but they just, for me, on our course, they suck too.
Really? I love them.
Our course, yeah.
My Thornbirds perform awesome on my course and Jeff's course up at Reaction.
See, I
I love
think
it.
it depends on the surface, I think, for the most part.
Yeah. Have you ran any of the Power Hobby tires?
Yeah, I had the Defenders. They did really well. They were real small, but they did really well.
Yeah, I like them too. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I got
Yeah,
on the
I
Bob
love
the
those.
Builder truck.
Yeah, I love those Defenders. That's one of the first sets that I bought. I got the
Swamp
new Enduras
24
on the way. I love the way they look. I don't know how they're going to perform, but they really look really well.
armor and MT10.
Nick, I sent you the link, buddy. He says it's drink time.
Let me see.
Too
I
funny.
can't believe I don't know where my ESC is. This is weird.
So, Corey, what do you think about that new Jeep coming out from that 6x6 Jeep?
Oh, yeah, the FMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we pulled it up and looked at it. It was pretty cool. What was the name of that? I think Jim was telling me. Somebody was telling me about it. And we pulled it up online. What's that thing called?
I can't remember. You know, Dustin?
Here I can tell you. Because we were
No.
looking at it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know Tom Lee made the video,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I got an FMS. I'm doing a raffle on them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the size of these. I just like the size of those a lot better.
Yeah.
I like them, but
Raptor Man said, "Man, I'm going to have to start a channel on my tinkering. I want in on this for sure. Why don't you join us?"
Heck yeah. Wait, who was that?
Raptor Man
Cheyenne, that's
386.
what it's called,
Raptor Man.
How do we send him the link?
You'd have
I
to
don't know.
find him.
He's been a subscriber and he's been out there for quite a while. And we talk to him almost every day, every time we. But I don't know him. I don't think I have him on my Facebook or anything.
Raptor,
Yeah, I
if you
don't have
a-
me.
if you have a
And I
Facebook or an
can't
Instagram-
figure out how, like what Corey does. I think I need a laptop again to put the link.
Yeah, I just put it in the bottom of it. Yep, that's what I do.
Yeah, I can't do that on my phone. I can't put the link to the stream in the chats.
Oh, Double A Day got it for us. It's the Rock Hobby Cheyenne.
Yep, Cheyenne.
Oh, there we go.
That was the name of my first horse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. I guess I never took it off. No,
Yeah.
that's not it.
Did anybody here get the little guy Ripper chassis? M-Dub asks. They sold out quick.
Nope.
Yeah. I didn't have the cash.
Yeah, I didn't have enough to get a little guy, the first one, the Ultra 24. I ain't got up to that yet.
Raptor Man's in Texas jail right now, but he'll hit us up in a couple more days left. Maybe on the next one then, Raptor. We'll get you in here.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I built my own, because I can't afford to buy Ultra 24s.
I don't have a single aftermarket chassis on any of my trucks. They're all stock.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I could, but I buy Mofo. That's where all my money goes, Mofo. I
So
bet
Joshua
80% of my budget.
Josh that comes here, he is tinkering around. So I bought the blue Bronco body off of him, right? When he bought that Bronco,
Yeah.
he managed to figure out a way to take that toy Monster Jam chassis and make it so it fits over top of the frame rails of an SCX 24, and he mounted it to his Bronco chassis, and it looks freaking killer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's what he's gonna run on that thing until he can get the blank
You mean like this?
Bronco body. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, when are they supposed to be in stock anyway?
I don't know.
Also,
I
I
have no
totally
idea.
lied to you. I do have one aftermarket chassis, and it's just these carbon fiber chassis rails that are an identical match to the stock ones.
Oh snap!
I forgot.
The mofo.
Hey.
Hell
The
yeah, there he
mofo is
is.
in the house.
My favorite mofo.
Who let this
What's up,
mofo
man?
in here?
What's up?
What's up, dudes?
What's up, man?
Tell me how the audio is. Is it too loud? Is it good?
That's
No,
it.
you sound good.
I think it's fine. It's good.
Oh, look at all you sexy bastards over there. Damn it. Oh, man.
Oh,
Look at a bun in.
Oh, he's got the man bun.
Jason.
What's up?
He's got the distinguished gray going through the hair and the beard.
This is Raptor Man.
Oh, look at that shit. Upper left RC.
Yeah, Raptor Man's the one that makes these.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Here you
sense.
go.
Look at this crazy
Okay.
mofo.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
Look
Come
at
on,
that.
You're
The dragon.
teasing me, man. Look at you tease me.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Heck yeah.
Oh, this test fitting. There's a magnet up here. It's test fitting.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome. I like it.
Hey, so I gotta ask, where do you get your inspiration for all these ideas? You just have a drink, listen to some music, and you're like, you know what? I got it.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick.
Yes.
I need number 9, right?
Yes, you need number 9.
Radio.
Hey,
I
if you need anybody to test it out for you, I can do that.
I sat down. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm saying out of camera. I'm saying this.
I sat down the other day for about maybe 15 hours to design this
Damn.
Wow.
whole set.
That
That's
is
getting good
insane.
with your design software, man. That's getting real good.
Getting very good at it.
That is
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
sweet.
The rest of it will probably take another 20 hours before it's ready for production. But the initial design took about 15 hours just because I've done so much of it. I just kind of got it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of got it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Did you
Oh,
say you
yeah,
were,
man.
Jim, did you say you have a 3D printer and you're starting to learn how to use it?
I'm working on learning the Fusion 360 so I can program to do that. I haven't messed with the 3D printer yet, but
You're
as
gonna
soon as
give
I
Nick,
get the... Huh?
you're gonna give Nick a heart attack. He's gonna go out of business if you start making your own parts.
Yeah, I did just get done saying I spend 80% of my RC budget on Mofo.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh yeah. Party at Mofos.
Hell
They're
yeah,
all
man.
leaving. They're all leaving. They don't want to
Just
be on
killing me, man.
camera.
You got the greatest chassis. You're hanging out with all your friends, and we're stuck here in the north,
Heck yeah.
missing our Mofo.
Corey's down there in the south.
I don't know where the other assholes went, but they left.
You just got to head a little west there, Corey. You just need to head a little west. You'd be right there with Nick.
And the heat.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Oh yeah.
right now, y'all.
Okay,
It's not
well,
bad.
you guys still hear us okay?
To us, all of the South is hot, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm a comfortable 65 degrees right now. I got the window open, the fan going.
See, that was nice. We got the air going.
See how high I need to turn the volume on this mic. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Hey, the hell over here. You still hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not too bad.
Good mic. That's why you spent $200 on a microphone, I guess.
Ah.
No kidding.
Hey, come show your boobs. Just kidding.
No.
Peyton,
No,
are you
no.
still on here?
We can't do that. Peyton may be here.
Go show your boobs right now.
I'm
Peyton's
sorry,
still here?
all viewers.
It'll be fucking muted and deleted and savage.
He deleted my last video that I did for him.
I did.
Hey, William Joseph just asked, how many times do you have to say mofo before he shows up?
At least 3.
Well, so listen, y'all. I was the one who commented on y'all's thing. I had the radio going, but I commented.
Oh, yeah? You were impersonating our favorite mofo again?
I'm sorry.
We've been jamming out in here, and
Hey, you got him here. That's all that matters.
couldn't really hear anything. And you know, I've been watching you guys all open your lips and speak, but haven't been able to hear it for like the last 2 hours.
Oh man, Grizzly works. That's a bummer.
Heck yeah, the late night crew is in the house.
There we go. Let's see if we can fix the little angle better.
It's more like the early morning crew over here.
Right up her skirt. There we go.
It ain't even that late over here.
It is
It's
quarter to 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Quarter to 3.
Yeah.
Quarter to 2.
Oh, we've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
You saw the
That's what I did
2:45.
last week.
I
I
saw
did
the
that last week.
2:45 and I'm like, what?
And shots. We got shots coming in.
Uh-oh.
Shots.
Heck yeah.
Shots.
Freaking cool.
Oh,
Yeah, 147.
they're watching you right now. Look, that's the camera right there. They're watching you.
Look at these crazy mofos.
What we got over here?
Hey.
Cheers.
That right there is Casa Azul. Class Azul with an L. Class
Hell
Azul.
yeah. Cheers.
What'd you say? Falsa Doom.
Big hello. Bing.
Too funny.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to hit the sack.
Glad you could
Heck
join
yeah.
us. Corey, good to talk to you again.
Yeah, thank y'all for
Heck
inviting
yeah,
me.
man.
Well, it was great
Mofo,
hanging
you're
out with
crazy
y'all.
mofo.
Thank you for coming and watching me try to do styrene. And I hope I helped you out with something, or at least had a good time.
Do not smash that thing. That thing is
I know,
too precious.
No, I
Okay.
want it.
Crush that.
I changed the rules on the whole giveaway thing. Okay. It is now only YouTube that you have to subscribe on. So no more Instagram. We only need like another 15 or 1,600 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise, one of these Broncos right here. There's 2 more over there. One of them will be ran over if nobody wins this one.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna run over that one. That makes me
I
feel
might
a
run
little.
over this one.
No. Send it to me before you do that.
We'll see what happens if nobody wins the good one.
Well, wait a minute. Before you run it over, send it to us so we can test it, and then we'll send it back.
Maybe.
It's gotta weigh at least 600 grams by now.
I promise. We'll send it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right,
See
guys.
the cross fingers, right?
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out.
All right, y'all.
Hey, glad we can
Have a
catch
good
y'all.
one. Thanks for coming out, Dustin.
Absolutely. Take it
All right.
Jason, see,
Peace.
What's up, man?
that girl over there said your beard looked hot and your head looks rough.
The bearded wonder.
Greatly manicured werewolf beard.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
It's the beard. I'm gonna change from now on. This down here is gonna be the beard.
the beard.
The beard.
The beard.
All right,
It's kinda
guys.
like,
We'll see y'all later. Stay tuned for the raffle giveaway. It's gonna be awesome.
Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, I'm gonna come see y'all one day very soon.